Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think you would agree with me, or whomever would say that there's a problem in Russia and the war doesn't go very well at all if the Russian leadership or Putin, let's say, would start, or at least in 4, 5, 6 months, would start changing commanders, generals, heads of departments, like I don't know, the National Guard, a few generals over there, a few guys in charge, some military generals, some security forces, commanders or something. You would definitely say, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% certain, that these guys here would say, see, that's evidence that there's something going on in Russia's leadership. Things are not okay. Putin is dying, Putin is attacked, a coup is occurring, a palace, blah, blah, blah. That's how the story would go. But what if this would happen in Ukraine? How would that be perceived? It should be perceived the same way, under the same logic, but it's not. In Russia, it did not happen what I said, but it happened, it has been happening in Ukraine for about what, a year and a half almost. So what's going on over there? Let me show you the latest or the last decision made by Zelensky to dismiss four National Guard deputy commanders. What's going on? Well, I think that Mr. Zelensky, who's still at war, I think, with Zaluzhny, and maybe not only, maybe with his bosses, is trying to consolidate his power with the security service, SBU, with the National Guard, together, the intelligence community. I think those are, or he's trying to get them, that's his army. No military. He's trying with the defense ministry, trying to do stuff, but they are not going to go head, lock horns with Zaluzhny yet. So let me show you here two articles. I'm going to show you a Weasel article, but they come from the same source, the Ukrainians. A milder article, but with the same meaning. It's euphemistic, not euphemistic, it's milder. And the other one, a real article coming from the Ukrainians as well, dealing with the same issue. So start with the milder article from Ukrinform, this hard-working guy. Zelensky appoints new deputy commanders of Ukraine's National Guard. So this is the full glass statement. So he just appoints, but he's not saying, he says new, that means where are the old? So they are trying to make it like, don't forget about it, about the guys that are replaced, We're just going to appoint new ones. So that tells me, they're kind of sheepish. Let's go and read a few, maybe just one paragraph here, and we're going to go to the next article, which is more direct. Ukrainian President Zelensky has appointed Vadim Hladkov as first deputy commander of Ukraine's National Guard. In addition, Zelensky signed decrees appointing Oleksiy Osipenko and Alexander Belous as deputy commanders of the National Guard. They don't say anything about removing anybody. All good so far, right? We can go on at the same time. The head of state signed decrees to dismiss this guy as the first deputy commander of the National Guard and these three as deputy commanders of the National Guard. So at the middle here, he says that. The first, no. Let's go to the second article, the Kiev Independent. Today, Friday, November 24th, 2023. Zelensky dismisses 4 National Guard deputy commanders. So this is a little bit more alarming title. It looks at the empty glass. And it says, issued a series of executive orders on Friday announcing the dismissal of 4 deputy commanders within the National Guard, New Voice reported on November 24. And it says who and who. It says the changes in the National Guard's leadership followed the appointment of Alexander Pivnenko as the commander of the National Guard of Ukraine this past July. So, all right, the reshuffling also follows reported changes in February, where the National Guard deputy commander responsible for logistics was reportedly dismissed. What's going on there? The National Guard is part of the Interior Ministry. That's all he's got. The intelligence guys, like you have the FBI, you got the CIA, and you got the NSA. That's what he's got. But the Pentagon, no, that's Zaluzhny. And is responsible for public security. Its personnel are also fighting on the front lines of Russia's war on Ukraine. So I suspect that Zelensky is just consolidating his defense when he's going to make his move against Zelensky's commanders. Next move, I'm waiting for Usmerov. I think that was his name, the name of defense minister of Ukraine, a Tatar from the Crimean Peninsula. So he loves the Russians. And he is going to dismiss, not Zelensky, he is going to dismiss 3 or 4 or 2 generals under Zaluzhny's command, and probably try to appoint 3 of theirs. They try to worm themselves in a little Trojan horse. I'm almost certain Zaluzhny will not have that. He knows it's Zelensky, but he's going to go through Usmerov, through the defense minister, who's going to be the one, the front man, and Zelensky is behind, with the money changing, over there in the bazaar. But he's going to push the other guys like NATO does with Ukraine. Push Ukraine, you fight, and I'm giving you this. Weasel behavior. And then this war could start in the open between Zaluzhny and Zelensky. And Zelensky by then is going to have, as I said, SBU, intelligence, and this interior minister with the National Guard. And then we're going to have a little civil war, which I predicted from last year, about June, when Zaluzhny was smacked by Zelensky for saying that he needs about 500 tanks for a counteroffensive. And then I realized, someone wants to be the god of Ukraine, the most popular guy, and that is Zelensky. So I think if this would have happened in Russia, they would have drawn the right conclusions. Hey, that's an infighting over there. Let's wait. Something is going on. And I think exactly, it's like growing. They are preparing, and then they're gonna have they will collide in front of all of us, and the war is gonna stop. It's gonna stop. We're gonna end like that, because the Russians will take over. NATO will say you can't have that, and the NATO is gonna be winning again. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.